This is a video I've been pretty excited to make for you guys. I think it's one that if you're like a student of the game, if you're trying to learn StarCraft 1, you all know it's hard to pick up. I mean, there isn't a game that's really harder than this. I discovered a little hack that can make you 10 times better. Everybody I've talked to about this who's a foreigner doesn't know about it. I only just recently discovered it. First of all, why are the Koreans so much better than the foreigners in this game? Obviously, having the tournaments on TV and it being a major part of the culture plays a huge role. But the other issue that people never seem to talk about is the fact that all of the best information and ideas are being spoken about in Korean. So if you don't speak Korean, especially at a pretty proficient level, you don't have access to any of this stuff. So a lot of the best foreign players have to watch Koreans and surmise why they're doing what they're doing. And we've seen some players do that to a really incredible extent, like DeWalt is an example. He can compete with ASL players and even beat them, and doesn't really speak a lick of Korean. As we all know, the StarCraft 1 pros have been streaming a lot. That's basically how you make a living now as a StarCraft 1 pros. You stream, and then you show up to these tournaments, most online, some in person like ASL. The byproduct of that is that they're also making YouTube content. So almost all the big StarCraft 1 pros that you know have a YouTube page. These YouTube pages are, first of all, not easy to find. So this is Snow's YouTube page. If you want to easily find any of these, first of all, I'm going to provide a bunch of links in the description to this video. So whatever your respective race is, you can look through the players that are available there, go there, and then add their YouTube. Now, obviously, you don't speak Korean, right? So how could this possibly help you? You would be watching guides and stuff like that without really knowing why players are doing what they're doing. You can't get inside their thoughts. So here are the steps. First of all, as an example on Snow's, you need to join his YouTube channel. So that means you need to do a $5 a month subscription or $4.99 or whatever it is. That's where you access his guides. So you need to be on Chrome, click on membership, and here are a list of his videos. So this is what I was trying to get at. If you're in Google Chrome, you can do this. You can do translate to English and look at what we've got. Tons and tons and tons of replays. Lectures, guides specifically on how to micro stuff. And so, I mean, this is like a treasure trove of knowledge, right? So now you know what the video is about. Now let's take a look at one of these games because it gets even better. And I just didn't know that these translation things were available here. So here is going to be, let's take this one. Two shuttle backroom multi-expansion standard management lecture. So you go to turn on closed captions, settings, subtitles, auto translate to English. And you can see down here in the bottom, it's not perfect. So one thing I've done when I'm watching this, I'll usually slow the video down a little bit, or I'll pause as the text comes up. Be prepared for the fact that the auto-translate will get certain words wrong. It's somewhat good at guessing. It's actually surprisingly good at guessing considering what the guide is, which is teaching you how to play StarCraft at a high level. But certain words that you could almost imagine sound similar. Like, as an example, a lot of times when they say river, you'll see the word river. So they'll get some words incorrect like that. And occasionally, especially early on in some of these videos, you will see slang that doesn't make any sense when translated to English, but you can basically ignore that. The further along in the guides they go, they're really getting down to the meat and the bones. Like, go to the fish market here. That's some slang that doesn't really mean anything in English. And so if you get further along in these, I mean, these guides get very, very detailed. Everything will get done faster now. It's meaningless if it's done 10 seconds after the robotics is completed. You can build it in 1 second as soon as it's completed. So yeah, once you get past the fact that the translation isn't perfect, you're getting access to guides that will allow you to basically shortcut your way into extremely good builds and make you a real threat on the ladder. And these are all very modern. These are coming out some pages every week or a couple every month. And you know, keep in mind that when you see stuff like this, or when you see really good players playing, sometimes people think it's all about APM and how quick they are and the fact that they don't miss pylons or overlords or anything like that. The reality is that so much of StarCraft is just knowing what you need to do, what you're looking for, a lot of big concepts kind of being one step ahead, and then filling the rest in with that mechanical aspect of being fast, having great control. I've been using these to improve my own gameplay, using Snow's guides specifically, but there are guides out there for Terran and Zerg. Honestly, this has been the most helpful thing I have ever used to learn in StarCraft, is just a direct guide that really breaks down the build and also helps you get in the mind of the pro gamer. Sometimes we get caught up in looking at a strategy or a build order in a very specific way, and we might be missing the big picture. And so stuff like this has been extremely helpful. The guides range from big picture stuff like how to maneuver your army late game versus Zerg in a PvZ to, let's say in the same matchup, a weird one base gateway gas cheese build order versus Zerg. How to control certain units like shuttles and reavers or carriers very well. You can really get almost every aspect of the game in here. Again, it's $5 a month. Personally, I think it's totally worth it to get access to a whole library of hyper modern build orders and ideas, and a lot of them go back for years. So definitely check it out. Let me know if you knew about this. I hope that this information gets out there for people. You know, at StarCraft 2, it's a little bit easier to get information and guides because about half the good pro gamers are not Koreans. But in StarCraft 1, it really is kind of this insular thing. And you can only learn so much from watching other players stream or even watching ASL. So anyways, check that out. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of content. My cat keeps trying to stick his head in front of the camera here. We're going to end this video. Thank you. Please subscribe. This helps, and like the video. This helps me get this information out here. Have a good one, and I will see you in a future video.